843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to Bluffton, Jasper County Volunteers in Medicine, our favorite place to meet. Pam Toney, Executive Director, it is always a treat to see you. And today we're especially excited because we have a round table. We're going to discuss some of the things that you've done, a class that you're taking, and we thought everyone might be really interested to learn a little bit about Neil and all of you and what you do and how you've put all this together. So Pam, thank you for joining us. I would love to kind of turn it over to you right now to introduce Neil. I think this is an amazing opportunity.
Thank you. Well, we're so excited to be here and to have my friends here that I have come to know and appreciate and even learn more about. And this is a program offered through the Community Foundation of the Lowcountry, and would really like to give them a shout out because they provide the expertise and they provide Neil to help us. And you know, you can always learn something, and I believe this is the 4th year this program has been in existence, and I've been invited to participate all 4 years, and you know, you just never have time. And this year I made sure I made time for it, and it certainly wish I'd have done it 3 years ago.
I walked in and Pam was like, oh my gosh, wait till you meet everybody. The program has been unbelievable. So introduce our young man.
I will.
Here.
So this is Neil here. He is the facilitator of the program and works with the Community Foundation of the Lowcountry, and I'll let him tell you a little bit about his background.
And that would be great. I'd love to know about your background, and then kind of backwards, if you will, about the executive coaching and consulting that you do, how you got into it, and then how these young ladies and gentlemen fit in.
Okay, sure. My background, I'm Neil Sklarew. I'm an industrial and organizational psychologist, and I have a background in organization development, probably 20, 25 years of doing that, and then about 15, 18 years ago, I decided to focus primarily on nonprofits.
Okay.
So with nonprofits, what I wanted to do is I wanted to focus on executive director coaching. By working with nonprofits for years, you recognize the most critical role in a nonprofit is the executive director. And to a certain extent, these organizations have individuals who are executive directors who have come up through their functional expertise, or their passion for their organization, but probably haven't had a lot of exposure to management development and working with people.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'd originally developed this program in Atlanta. I've done 7 of these programs in Atlanta. They're year-long programs. And originally I wanted to just do the executive director coaching, which is one-on-one work.
Sure.
But the executive director of the North Georgia Community Foundation, she really wanted to develop more of a cohesion and more of a team of nonprofits who would be able to work with each other and have relationships. So in a sense, then we developed this program. It's a year-long program, and we alternate months with group work and then individual coaching.
Such as, so what each month has a theme specifically?
That is correct.
Just give us a broad spectrum overview of what some of the themes are that you've created.
Well, the focus of the program is on what we would call use of self, how individuals can better use themselves as executive directors. But then the other part is a kind of an organization development piece where they look at what different things that could happen in their organization. For example, they could do a restructure. They could do a role clarification. We could do board development, how the board can be. So we work through the executive director to influence the system.
Well, you even said that it was really interesting because you've done this for a while and you felt like you had a pretty good lay of the land, but what you've learned has been exponential.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So the thrust, what happens in the group work is 3 things. One is that after we do the individual coaching, all of them, they have an opportunity to come together to talk about their experience. So it isn't all conceptual, it isn't all theoretical. Yes. They exchange with each other and talk about what they're working on and what the problems they have, and everybody in the group is a teacher.
So it's a qualitative thing, it's a lived experience. Here's what works, okay.
Right. They're all learners, but they're all teachers too. So they all can learn from each other. So basically we spend the morning in the group session just talking about what we've been doing, what we've learned, and what progress we're making. Then in the afternoon, I will introduce some concepts and ideas around awareness, around dealing with resistance, around learning how to work through boundaries.
Conflict resolution, those kinds
all
of
kinds
things.
of stuff, right? And then we also will use topics that are germane to nonprofits, which is like board development.
Exactly.
And then working with your staff.
Neil, this is fascinating. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come back and meet each of you and talk a little bit about what your organization does and then how it's impacted you. So stay with us. We'll be right back.